happens once in a while. See, what happens is when you're driving, you're so careful, you don't realize. You're always careful. Oh my God, I have to drive straight. Somebody's coming from this side, I have to turn like that. I have to go this way. No, I have to honk. I have to stop. All these processes are happening at all the times so that you drive safely in the car, in the route. No traffic policeman gives you a challan or a bill. And you go, you drive, you park, you do your job, you sit back in the same car, you drive back home safely. So much so that being like this, being safe on the street is taken for granted. If you've gone out of the house, you will come back safe. And there's nothing to talk about it. You never talk about it. There's no conversation about it. Because we are so careful. Imagine for our mind, every day, I'm upset, my boss said this, that woman, how dare she call me this, that, this happened, that happened. Now this is happening, that is happening. How are you? All the time, your emotions are bruised, frustrated, anxious, fearful, excited, topsy-turvy, knocked out, thrashed. That's how the head feels. And that is what all our stories are about. When we come back home or when we meet each other, our stories are about how bruised we are in our heads. Because we don't hold our mind and drive it properly. We don't negotiate our mind properly. Can you recognize something there? It just came to me. Just this occurred to me that it's not even a story about how we went into a whole crowded place and came back without any problem. But stories are about, even if we are living alone, still our heads are so clobbered up that they are clashing either with the government decision about something, or the news, or the advertisement, or this and that, and Zoom call, that the head is all bashed up, mind. Hold this thought, the whole of our effort, or the whole, this small endeavor is to learn to drive our mind properly, mind the manager, to manage our minds properly, so that we have no stories, no negative stories about our mind to tell anymore. That staying happy, staying normal, staying calm becomes the default. By default, we will be like that. One day, maybe somebody throws a stone at us, and then we will say, I'm a little upset today, but doesn't matter. I'll be okay. Just give me a glass of water. I'll be fine. This is not happening today. Today, we need a therapist and the whole battery of things to set our mind back. And then again, we lose it because we don't learn how to drive the mind. So I'm so happy. Finally, we have got to Doha1. And we will talk about that today. Everybody's driving it and posting such lovely gleanings from your understanding of that. And truly the book, whatever I have gathered now, belongs to you. So whatever you make out of it is what it is. First, a clarification. You might have seen a confusion. Verse 1, Doha1, this, that. Try to understand. These are all about linguistics. What is it? Doha. Doha means two. Doha means two. In English, it is known as couplet. So it's something which is composed of two lines. So the ones that you're doing right now, there are these in sets of two lines. There are three such dohas in the whole Hanuman Chalisa. Two in the beginning, one at the end.
One.
40. We saw, only 40. In between, these are three. And then in between, there are 40. That means Chalis. 40 what? 40 verses I have called it. But actually, the real name for that will be quatrain. So it is 40 chaupais. They are four. They are broken into four. They are 4 feet. Pai means feet. Chau means four. So they are 4-footed verses. Verses with 4 feet. There are 40 of them. And the whole Chalisa is named after that 40. Because with those 40, then it walks. It begins to walk. Probably 40 is such a beautiful number that the word for walking and the word for number 40 are the same. Chalan, Chalisa, charan are the same cognates. That is why you'll find even in the Christian tradition, Jesus went into the mountains for 40 days. In the Islamic tradition, Muhammad went into the cave for 40 days. Isaiah went into the mountains 40 days. In India, we do chalisas, chaliyas, we call it. We are, no, Arjun, you might be knowing about it. People keep chaliyas to a gurdwara. For 40 days, I will do this. 40 is a magic number. Something happens there. Something begins to move. Your intention that you have kept when you hold it for 40 days will move. So the prime intention in the Chalisa, in the whole Hanuman Chalisa, Hanuman is the central intention that Hanuman begins to move in these 40 verses. There's something, it begins to move him. It begins to move him. So that is one thing that will clarify to you why the name and things. Another, I would, you have anyway read the book, so there's nothing in repeating what is already there. Something was coming into my mind yesterday in meditation. And this I have understood only now. Otherwise, I would have put it in the book. Now, probably there, because somebody could make a note of it also. You could also make a note. We could post it. The entire message of Hanuman is embedded in the words that have been used in the language of the Chalisa. All right. All the secret, all the keys, all the energy keys are all seated in that. What we are trying to do right now is scrape the surface of it. We are not even going to the second layer. We will do maybe next year when we finish first round of the study, second round, we will go to the second layer. The first round itself is so deep, the first layer itself. Now look at it. Sanskrit is a very special language. How? If you say a sentence in Sanskrit, you can use any word, any which ways, it will mean the same thing. The grammar will not be broken. So suppose in English, I will say, Arjun goes to school. Suppose, Arjun goes to school. Here is a teacher of English sitting amongst us. She will say, it is perfect. Arjun goes to school. Suppose I say, school goes to Arjun. She'll say, this is rubbish. It can't happen. School does not go to Arjun. It doesn't make sense. And to school, Arjuna goes, maybe. But it doesn't. School to Arjuna go, it won't work. Arjuna goes to school is the sentence. This is how it will remain. In Sanskrit, if I say, Arjuna Vidyalayaha Gachati. Perfect. Vidyalayaha Gachati Arjuna. Perfect. All three are correct. Now hold this. Hindi is the same thing. I will, those who understand Hindi will understand it. Arjun school jata hai. School ne jata hai school Arjun. Ho sakta hai. You can still turn around. Hindi is a derivative of Sanskrit language. Avadhi, in which this whole hymn is composed, is also like that. Sometimes you can turn around the words, they will still mean the same. And especially the primary verses, the dohas, are where the creamy layer is. The cream is seated there. So let us look at the first doha. It says, Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nijaman Mukul Sudhar. So you have already done the simple translation. Shri Guru, the great Guru, or Guru who is great, or whatever, all combinations we have tried. His charan, his feet, and the dust of his lotus feet. And with that, I will rub the mirror of my mind. Then something will happen. Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nijman Mukur Sudha. This is what we have understood. We go deeper. Where do we find such a Guru? Where is that Guru whose foot we will scrape and get some dust, put it on our head? We don't find where is that. So we go a little deeper and then we see Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj. The operative word here is Saroj Raj. Raj means dust and Saroj means lotus. The lotus dust, polar dust, not dust of the ground, but dust from the lotus. But you can even go like this and say Shri Guru Charan Saroj. These five are an adjective of Raj. What kind of dust are we talking about? The dust which has a quality of Shri. The dust which is Shri in its nature. Uh, What is Shri? Everything that is benefic, that is benevolent, that is great is Shri. So that dust, and also remember in Sanskrit, the same word is used for the goal, the same word is used for the means to achieve that goal. Example, the most popular example is yoga. Yoga. Yoga is the goal. Yoga means union. Yoga, that is the goal of the aspirant to unite with the cosmic whole. At the same time, all the different parts of yoga are also known as yoga. So doing asanas, doing pranayam, they're all part of yoga. Meditation is also yoga. And then you have disco yoga, beer yoga, wine yoga, dog yoga, all yogas are there. They are also known as yoga. And it is correct. There is nothing wrong in it, nothing to get upset about it. Yoga will be correct as that, as that. So similarly, Shri is the quality and is also the goal. So this dust has the capacity to make us Shri. And then Guru. Here, Guru is not a personality. Guru simply means something which is large, something which is heavy, something which is enlarging, enabling, expansive, embracing, inclusive. That quality, that dust. Not only that dust has that quality, that dust, if you use it, you will also get the same quality. It will impart that quality to you. So the quality of becoming expansive, inclusive, etc. Guru. So Guru is also an adjective of this dust, Shri Guru. And Charan. Charan means dynamic. This is not a static dust. It has dynamic energy in it. It will not let you sit on your backside and just recite that poem. No, it will make you act. Like Sonia ji is cleaning up the Ganga. She has done twice, thrice already. It will not let you sit. It will let you take an action. It is dynamic. Charan. Hold in your mind, Charan also means phase. You might have seen in Hindi it is saying unlock phase 3. And now we are in India, unlock phase 4. Unlock Charan. Chauthe Charan mein chal rahe. Charan means phase or part or portion is also known as Charan, a portion or part. But here it means movement and also portion. We'll use that. Charan. Saroj. And that is what we were discussing right now with Emma. She brought up this question, what is Saraswati? Saroj, ja, jayate. Jaya means to be born, that which arises. And Sara means, Saraha means a placid lake, not a moving lake. So imagine, here it is said, the lake is placid, totally placid lake of Saraha, of water. Saraha means Saraha, the essence of life, out of which all life arises. In that, a white lotus, Saroja. Saroj is simply a common name for lotus. But that lotus is arising in a placid lake. A lotus does not grow in a running river or a turbulent stream. Lotus will grow only in a placid lake. In that lotus, of that lotus, Raja. Raja is a word meant for, also known for blood, life-giving blood, not just blood. That's why in women, the ovum of a woman is known as Raja. It is potent. It will give birth to something. That is why their periodic cycle is known as Rajo Vasla, Rajo Dharma, Raja. Raja means blood. Blood not in the sense of blood, but in the sense of life-giving potency. And therefore, this Raja is feminine in character. It is a female. This dust that we are talking of is the feminine energy, essence of the feminine energy. Now look at the qualifications. Such an essence of feminine energy placed where it is dynamic, but placed where arising out of a placid pool, something is arising like a blossoming lotus. In that Raja, and the quality of that Raja is that it will make us all encompassing, all embracing, all inclusive, universal, and always beneficial. That Raja. Uh, in Sanskrit, every word has sometimes 200, 300 synonyms. If you imagine, if we were to apply all the synonyms to all the words, can you imagine, we will never get out of the first sentence of the Hanuman Chalisa. We will never be able to complete our text. There's so much in it. So this Raja, now sentence around, instead of saying Shri Guru Charan Saroj Raj, Nij Man Mukur Sudhar, let us complete the Mukur Sudhar also and then we'll redo it. Nij Man, we are talking of man, mind. But whose mind? My mind. I'm not going to clean Arjun's mind. Impossible. I can't clean Devika's mind with that dust. Devika will say, let me clean Pavanji's mind. His mind is looking clouded. Not possible. No? Nijman, she can clean her mind. I will clean my mind. My brother Victor will clean his mind. Nijman. So clear? It is not about anybody else's mind. We are not cleaning up or doing this exercise for anyone else, for ourselves, only ourselves. Nijman. Nijman, what? Mukura Sudhari. Now look at it. Mukura, you have already read. It is, the meaning is mirror. Yesterday I was thinking, but why is it called Mukura? It could have been called Aina, it could have been called Shisha or anything else. What is Mukur? No word in Sanskrit or Avadhi will be without a sense behind it. And that is where the mystic meaning is. Mukura means the mirror, simple meaning. But what does the mirror do? It shows yourself. Mukura, meaning of Mukura is ma karoti. Iti Mukura. That which does the me, that which gives me to me. Otherwise, Arjun doesn't know how he looks or who he is. When Arjuna sees himself in the mirror, he says, there I am, I'm okay. And it is said that when we leave our bodies, so-called we die, we don't die, we leave our bodies. We sometimes don't know that we have left our body. We think we are dreaming. These people are burning my body. My son is crying. My daughter is wailing, whatever. Sometimes we think it is a drama going on. It is just some dream we are dreaming. Until we go around and round and stand in front of a mirror. And that is why, and then we don't see ourselves. We see the mirror, but we don't see ourselves in that. Makara is not, it is, the mirror will not reflect a ghost. Mukura, when it reflects, then it gives identity to that. Now, Nijman Mukura, not that mirror. Which kind of mirror? The mirror that makes me understand me as me and mine, and not mine. We divide the world between mine and not mine. This particular faculty of the mind is known as Mukura. You can say that. Mukura is that faculty of the mind. And we need to polish that with this Nijman Mukura. This dust that we have gathered, we need to rub on it. Sudhari, I have written there, rubbing. I have only used one word there, rub the mirror of the mind. What will happen by rubbing the mirror of the mind? Nobody asked me this question. Suppose you rub the mirror of the mind, but it is pointed somewhere else, then will you be shown in that? No. It will reflect what is in front of it. Sudhari word comes from dharyati, the same word which denotes the earth, dharti, to hold. Dridhat, it is from dridhatu, to hold. Sudhari means to restore it. Su means everything good, to restore it, to refine it, to clean it, to hold it. But actually it means to hold it. So holding also means to clean it and hold it, not a dirty mirror, but clean that mirror and then hold it. Nij man mukura sudhari. Sometimes you'll say, because it is charan, it is referring to movement. It is not a mirror on the wall. It is a mirror while you are driving, while you are going. Your mirror has to be held correctly. If you find sometimes videos or sometimes in television, they show a shooting going on, and there they will show this heroine or the actor is wanting to look in the mirror and just set his hair right. Then he says, hold the mirror correctly. Don't hold it like that, like that. Just keep it in front of me. Sometimes the mothers also will tell their children, hold the mirror, let me put my, or you can tell your friends, please hold the mirror correctly. Mirror has to be held correctly. Held. It has to be held in an angle that it should reflect me. Me in the sense, my greater self. If you turn it around, I've mentioned that in the book, then it will reflect the whole world. So if your mirror is very clean, but it is turned towards the world, it will reflect the world very clearly. But that is not the purpose. Also, that is the purpose, not a problem. But if it is turned towards you, or however well you hold it, Nijaman Mukura Sudhari. Now, look at the turn here. So when you say Sri Guru Charan Saroj Raj Nijman Mukur Sudhar, you can also say Nijman Sri Guru Charan Saroja, Nijman Sri Guru Charan Saroja Raja Mukura Sudhari will also work. So you are saying, so then in that what will happen? One side we are talking about a dynamic mind which has a mirror which has to be held. But when we talk of Charan, that part of the mind in which there is a placid lake, there is a placid lake in the mind where a lotus flower grows of all the learning. There is the dust which is Sri and Guru in nature within our own higher mind. We will pluck that from there and use that dust to hold, to repair, to restore the mirror aspect of our mind, both in the same mind. What I wish to emphasize here is, suppose you don't have a guru. You say, I don't, or somebody say, I don't believe in a guru. I don't want a guru. I don't believe in a human being. I don't have a guru. I don't have the guru's feet. I can't scrape his dust from his feet. No, this is not the interpretation of this. That also, yes, somebody has a guru whose feet has dust in it. He can take it and put it on your head. I used to do that as a child. In the school, we used to write on the ground and then take the dust from the ground and put it on our head as if all the learning will go into our heads and go back home like that. You can do that. But what is indicated here is that in my own higher meditative state, I access the placid pool side of my mind, that portion of my mind where that lotus flower grows. In that lotus flower, I take the potent dust of learning and I use that to clean and hold the mirror of my mind so as not to bump into people, not to bruise myself at the end of the day. And then somebody said, then what will happen? So when we have this, when we hold the mirror correctly, then what will happen? Barnau Raghuvar. Barnau Raghuvar. Barnau, that word comes from, you are familiar with it. It is part of our mantra, Varenyam. Barnau means that which is exalted. And that I am receiving in myself, both together. In Sanskrit, when we get married, we say we are doing Varan. The husband, the boy, the groom is known as Vara because he's doing the Varan of his life partner, of the girl. Varnau, I receive her. I receive what? Raghuvar, the light. So remember, Raja is the ovum. Raja is feminine. And now, when I've corrected my feminine self, then I will be ready to receive the masculine self, Raghuvar. Then what will happen when they will both meet? Then some children will be produced out of that. 4 of them. Jo Dayak Falchar. These are the 4 fruits of this union, the 4 children of this union. Which are those 4 fruits? We have already discussed that. Dharma, Artha, Kam, Moksha. We have already done that. One other fine point I will share here is all our texts are encrypted. So when we say the first word of the Chalisa is Shri, Shri Guru Charan Sarodraj. That means the whole Chalisa, the whole of it is only an explanation of Shri, is only a commentary on Shri, just this word. And this is only one level of commentary. So suppose somebody says, what is the meaning of Shri? Give him the book Living Hanuman, 900 pages. That is the meaning of Shri. Only part of the meaning. Other part of the meaning are spiritual meanings. Then there are Sri Vidya Varivasya and other texts on that. Living Hanuman is one part of the meaning of Shri. And you know what is the last word of the Chalisa? Can anyone say that? Anyone remembers? The last word of the Chalisa. Of the Chalisa. No one remembers? The last word of the Chalisa.
Whoop.
You have got it right. Surbhoop.
I got it from the book. I got it from the book.
But if you read it, if you are familiar with the text, everybody Pavan Tanay Sankat Haran, Mangal Murati Roop, Ram Lakhan Sita Sahit, Hriday Basau Surbhoop. So last word is Surbhoop. Surbhoop is one word, you can say. It is one word. It is not two words. So what is Surbhoop? Meaning of Surbhoop is, Sur means Bhoop means king, king of divine beings. Simple meaning is that. But it is not here, that meaning is not implied because Surbhoop becomes Indra. And here we are talking of Hanuman. In my book here, I've just said this shows Hanuman and Indra are same. But that is just to placate everybody. What is the meaning of Surbhoop actually? And actually this understanding also has come very recently to me. Another one meaning of Sura is all the people who are engaged in divine seeking. They are also Sura. We are all divine beings. All beings who are seeking the divine are also divine beings only. Non-divine beings will not seek divine. Right? Surbhup. So those who are seeking that are also that. When we go to when I go to a city, I look for which is the best church here to go and meditate. And some people will land there and say, where is the best pub, nightlife? Where is that happening place in this city? We have to go there first. No? So we seek. So the seekers of divine are also divine beings. Who is the Lord of such divine beings? The Lord of such divine beings. Who will be the Lord of such divine beings? That which is being sought is the Lord of the seeking, isn't it? That is the Lord. So here, the Lord of divine beings is Dharma. We are seeking Dharma. Dharma not in the sense of religion, not at all. But Dharma meaning to hold again. Dhri, Dharma means that which holds. That is which is the intrinsic harmonious nature. That is Dharma. So we are seeking our harmony, we are seeking our resonance, we are seeking our tune in. So Surbhup would mean Dharma. That means when you say the first word is Shri and the last word is Surbhup, the whole Hanuman Chalisa is about Shri Dharma. The whole Hanuman Chalisa is about Shri Dharma. You have understood what is Shri, and you will also understand the whole book is Dharma, and Dharma is not to be understood. Dharma is to be executed. It is to be acted. It's your set of how you will live your life. How you live Shri is Dharma. When Shri is lived, it is Dharma. When it is only understood, it is only knowledge. It is Shri as understood. When put into life through a code of conduct, through a method of living, it is called Dharma. So the first verse then represents Shri Dharma. I'll pause. Enough for today. Open to all questions if you have any.